third.
Camera's back. Now you can see.
Working through some technical difficulties there. Hyatt back to the line, where he's taking his first 2 free throws. Made the first one.
If Larson's going to cut into this lead, being able to cash in from the charity stripe is going to be huge.
And Hyatt's got 2. Lead cut to 6. A lot of time left. Obviously, a 6-point lead is nothing, especially in a Pro-Am league. But with the way Ortho can shoot the 3, it makes them dangerous. Amon thought about the 3 passes. Pappas to the corner. And he's going to try it and make it. Pappas gives Ortho-NJ their largest lead of the night by 9. Here's Pierre-Louis. Nate off the baseline. He's going to give up top to Hyatt. He's going to try a wing 3 and make it. Andre Hyatt has been efficient tonight and has cut the lead to 6.
Great recognition there from Nate Pierre-Louis. It appears they're trying to double him a little bit more once he drives. He recognized it and did a great job of kicking it back out to Hyatt for the 3.
As Jagan Mosley answers the Hyatt 3, and then Manny Warren is swatted by Louis Polari. Here's Amon trying to push it up the court. He's going to give to Louis Polari. Thought about the 3. Passes. Here's Pappas from the corner. Missed that one. Rebounded by Hyatt. 68-59 as Josh Pierre-Louis was fouled hard driving to the rim.
Anytime you see Ortho New Jersey miss and a Larson Ford rebound, they are looking to push the ball immediately and get it to the rim. Pierre-Louis, a great job there. You could definitely see the similarities in his game to his older brother, Nate. Really good at getting to the rim. Averaged over 11 points per game for the Gauchos at UC Santa Barbara when they made the NCAA tournament. So a proven talent coming in, just like Hyatt, to help Larson Ford.
As they've cut the lead to 7, here's Pappas. Lost it. And here come Ortho-NJ in transition. Warren inside, McCallum, and 1! Isaiah McCallum has cut it to 5. A chance to cut it to 4.
Can never count out Larson Ford. Just have so much talent. And with their play style, being down helps them because they look to get out in transition. You know, with a team, when they play as quick as they do.
As would you look at that, by the way, you could continue your point. Mike Haven just lost it off a rebound, and it'll stay with Ortho-NJ after the missed free throw.
Yeah, kind of hit off his head and went out of bounds. But like I was saying, when a team plays that quick, they're bound to go on runs. And that's exactly what's happening right now.
As Josh Pierre-Louis with a nice move to the basket. And now you have Nate on George. Here's Polari. Swings it up top. Pappas, long 3. Got it. Too easy for George Pappas. Lead back to 6.
Nate was playing great on-ball defense for Pappas, but then as soon as he gave it up, kind of sagged off of him, and he got the ball back right away.
Here comes Ortho-NJ in transition. A Mosley 3 doesn't go for the moment, and rebounded by Josh Pierre-Louis. But you could see the difference in philosophy as there's the 3 from Pierre-Louis. He's got it. And then little boys him. But Ortho-NJ transition 3s, Larson Ford transition layups. As Pappas gives to Dunn. Dunn tries a long 3, airballed it as it grazed the net, and it'll be Larson Ford ball. And we've hit another timeout. Ortho-NJ has had the runs, but Larson Ford is matched each way. They trail by 3. Welcome back to the JSBL. Larson Ford trails by 3, and they'll have it under the basket. Jamie Calloway to inbound. He'll get it to Josh Pierre-Louis, who goes coast to coast and lays it in.
Can definitely see the similarities of Josh with his older brother Nate. Both just love to get to the rim.
As Genzel Menza, who just checked back in, answers, and the lead back to 3. 73-74 to play in the third quarter. Pierre-Louis has Dan Polari on him, backing him down. Mid-range, doesn't go, rebound. I feel like we've said that all night to Mike Amon.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason I feel like every year leads the JSBL in rebounds. Definitely last year. Last couple years has always been towards the top. Just always seems to be in the right place at the right time.
As Mosley the 2, and then Pierre-Louis couldn't answer. And it'll go back Ortho-NJ's way.
Ortho currently holding a 5-point lead, but like you talked about before, with Larson having a bigger bench, Ortho only carrying 7 players tonight. Wonder if fatigue will play a factor late in this game. Could definitely play into Larson Ford's advantage late in the game.
Well, Zaire Dean just checked in as Mensa gives up top Mosley. Here's Dan Polari into Amon. Amon fighting, laying it up in, not getting it, but he was fouled. As you see some of the players in the late game starting to file in. Stearns, after going undefeated last year, back-to-back championships, may not have Shavar tonight, but with all the talent they have, they could afford to have a few guys off. As Amon's first shot goes, rattled in.
Yeah, no one really gave them a challenge last year in any game. Stearns was pretty dominant from start to finish.
Well, their biggest challenge ended up being, as Amon goes back-to-back, was in the championship game. This Ortho-NJ team was the one that really gave them a run for their money and collapsed as Callaway's turnaround jumper goes.
Yeah, they held a lead for a little while in that championship game, but just such a talented Larson team, you knew that they were bound, or excuse me, a talented Stearns team, that they were bound to go on a run, which ultimately ended up being the difference.
As Polari misses, rebounded, went to Hyatt. As Josh Pierre-Louis tried to go coast to coast, didn't get it, but right there is Isaiah McCallum, and the lead's back down to 3. Mosley dumping it in to Mensa, who was blocked, swatted away, and then was fouled. Some Denzel Mensa supporters showing their support. Mensa has 2, and now 1 more after the make. But Ortho really might be the only team that maybe could give Stearns a run for their money again, and they've done it the past 2 years. And
well, when Larson has everyone on their team, they're going to be very good. Missing Ron Harper tonight, also missing Terry Copeland, standing at 6'10", provides them with some great size. Shadid Muhammad, one of the best rim protectors in the league. Ryan Zan not here tonight. They're missing a lot of their height tonight, and that's why I think Mike Amon is really having his way. Andre Hyatt, known for his defense, but normally matches up on guards and forwards. Not used to guys that quite are the size of Mike Amon.
That too, and as Dan Polari, nice move inside, didn't get the layup. And then Mensa right there again. Mensa's been all over the place tonight for Ortho-NJ. Be interesting to check out his plus-minus, whether he's on the floor. But as here's a 3 going from Andre Hyatt, and the lead's cut down to 3. But you're right, Ron Harper has a long 3 from Polari, hits off the front of the rim, rebounded by Zaire Dean. As Josh Pierre-Louis passes out, Hyatt to tie it, didn't get it. But Ron Harper adds that dimension of a 3-ball too, with the size. He's going to be a big piece. As Pappas gives to Mensah, who's guarded by Callaway. Here's Pilari getting some touches. Mensah, and was bumped by Callaway. But Ron Harper Jr. is a high-profile name and had some unbelievable moments at Rutgers. You think the 3 against Purdue is always the one that'll stand out, help them win a game in the NCAA tournament against Clemson in 2020. Also on that team that'll be facing Geo Baker as Mensah misses the foul shot. And Pierre-Louis will check back in for Isaiah McCallum.
What do you think's going through the head of Zaire Dean right now? Currently plays at Red Bank Regional. A high school kid playing up against all these older guys, some of which have played professionally. Just really cool to see him out here on the floor.
He doesn't look that intimidated as Josh Pierre-Louis lays it in to cut the lead to 1 with a minute to play in the 3rd.
We've seen a few high school guys play the last couple of years. We're going to see a few. Griffin Linstra, I know, is one that will be playing in the league this year.
As Pappas misses, gets his own rebound, and misses again. Rebounded by Josh Pierre-Louis, who's had a big 3rd quarter.
Saw Quinn Peters, who played for WCT last year, played for your home College of Monmouth.
As Hyatt misses the dunk, and then that ball went out. Still 32 seconds to play. Ortho-NJ hanging on to a 1-point lead. And a push off, that's a charge on Mensah. Nice job by Jamie Callaway to draw it.
Definitely looked like a little bit of a push off, but I think Callaway did a really good job of selling that. Don't think it was quite as blatant as he made it to look like.
Well, there was contact, and then Callaway did a very good job of maybe selling the contact, but there was contact nonetheless. It wasn't a ticky-tack, as some may say. And Pierre-Louis can hold for the final shot. Takes a long mid-range, doesn't get it. Stearns, or Ortho, trying to have another buzzer beater, and they almost got one from Dunn. And that takes us to the 4th. Ortho-NJ up by 1. Welcome back to JSBL. As we mentioned, the crowd being at its biggest for an opening night crowd in a long time, and that's the case. We've got a great one, a semifinal rematch, and it's delivered to the hype so far, 80-79. Ortho-NJ leads. They'll start the 4th quarter with the ball, 10 minutes to play, and for one of these teams, it's 1-0, and for another one, it's 0-1, and then waiting into next week. The other 4, WCT, RKE Athletic, Intern Helpers, and ACI Robin's Nest will all play tomorrow.
Intern Helpers, one of the new teams this year, replacing Seashore Auto. Will be interesting to see what they can bring to the table.
Getting some names as well. ACI Robin's Nest as well, as there's a steal. Trying to push in transition. Hyatt wasn't Shot didn't go, but he was fouled and a chance to give Larson Ford the lead, the first of their second half. Larson Ford at one point in this game was on an 11-0 run, the largest run of the night. Hyatt's got a chance to give the Baby Blue team the lead, and he's tied it with that free throw. He's got one more. Hyatt, the former Rutgers standout, gives Larson Ford the lead. He's up to 25 points. 11 rebounds as well. Here's Mensah. Gives to Amon. Backing in Hyatt. Putting one up and putting it in over the hand of Napier Louis.
That's got to be the game plan of Ortho, New Jersey. It's got to be to get the ball to Mike Amon down low. And if they double, then you have a shooter open.
As Hyatt tries a three and nails it. 28 for Andre Hyatt in his JSBL debut. Here's Pappas up top. Pierre-Louis on him, he gives to Mensah, guarded by Callaway. Mensah, corner three done. Got it! Ortho-NJ, Larson Ford, blow for blow to start this fourth quarter.
That was the first one for Dunn there. He had airballed 3 before, but that's a big shot for him that gave Ortho the league.
As Wade misses, Dean misses. Here's Mensah, getting pressured by Josh Pierre-Louis and Dean. Mensah tried to get it down low to Amon. Amon has it on the floor, and Josh Pierre-Louis comes away with the steal. Pierre-Louis to the rim, didn't get it. Rebound, Pappas. They push. Amon, transition three, no good. Rebound, Pierre-Louis. Both of these teams up and down action as Callaway for the lead. Got it! Jamie Callaway gives Larson Ford the lead. Under 8 to play.
It's going to come down to who can make the most shots. Sounds simple, but I mean, all these teams have gone on runs, but now it's just going to be who goes on the last run.
As Amon tried to tie it, and it was fouled by Pierre-Louis.
They just don't have anyone that matches up with Amon. When you look at size, I mean, Andre Hyatt's a big guy. He's not that much shorter than Mike Amon, but Mike Amon is just built like a brick wall.
Yeah.
Got to be at least 250 pounds.
If not more.
Yeah, exactly.
As he cuts the lead to 1 with his first free throw. Amon's had a night, as per usual. 24 points after 3, 14 rebounds. A machine of a double-double, and misses the second. 1-point game. Pierre-Louis has it on the block, takes a shot, didn't get it to go. Rebound, Pappas. Pappas getting pressured by Callaway, almost stole it. And the foul on Callaway. His 5th. That's a big foul. Callaway can only play with 1 more. He's played well tonight. 7:15 to play. Amon has it down low, working on Hyatt. Got another. Mike Amon having a fantastic opening night.
Pierre-Louis almost pinned that. I don't know if you saw how high he got up.
He did get up high. Pierre-Louis trying to give Larson the lead back. He has Hyatt up top. Jab step 3, didn't miss it, or didn't get it. Pierre-Louis, it keeps it in. Here's Hyatt down low, gives Larson Ford the lead. Pappas down the other end, dumps it in. Amon, unstoppable, and 1. Whew. Mike Amon is having a night.
Just such a dominant force down low.
Ortho-NJ back in front. Eamon's got one at the line. And didn't get it. Pierre-Louis the rebound. He's going to push. Nate Pierre-Louis to the rim. Got it.
That's such a tough finish. Defense was draped all over him, and he found a way to finish through the contact.
As a long three from Mosley, not that time. Here's Nate Pierre-Louis, and he was fouled in transition by Pappas. That's a smart use of a foul there.
I think the key to the game so far for Larson has been the surprising excelling of the three ball from Andre Hyatt. Was not a great three-point shooter at Rutgers. His career high in a season with the Scarlet Knights, he only shot at 31%. And he's knocked down a few tonight for Larson Ford.
Arguably been their best player tonight, all around the floor.
Defensively, he's been pretty good. It was a tough ask for him with Eamon. I know it looks like Eamon has done everything, but he's slowed him down on a few possessions. But there is no one else on this Larson Ford team that would be able to even come close to stopping Mike Eamon. And he's done it on a few possessions.
Manny Warren back in. I think the guy that, if he was here tonight, that could have given Eamon a run for his money, and we've talked about him a lot, Ron Harper Jr.
Harper's a similar size to Hyatt, though.
But more built.
Yeah, but Hyatt is more known for his defense. Harper wasn't the best defender in college. Great player. But Larson Ford is also missing 6'10" Terry Copeland and Shadid Muhammad, who was 6'11", skin and bones, but averaged 3 blocks a game, if not more, last year.
That's some good action down the floor. They trade buckets, and Hyatt, you mentioned, created a steal in that previous possession as, oh! Josh Pierre-Louis just brought down the house.
Just such athleticism both of those two brothers possess. It's crazy. Both of them can jump out the gym, as you saw there.
And Pappas misses that one. Here's Callaway. Tries a three. Got it. Rattled one in. Larson Ford has their largest lead of the game. And Pappas cuts it to 4. Under 5 to play. A great one to open the season. Manny Warren hasn't played much tonight. And they're going to take it, and Larson Ford will take a timeout.
We've talked about the mismatch of Andre Hyatt on Mike Eamon, but something we haven't really talked about tonight has been the mismatch of Mike Eamon on Andre Hyatt, because they're pretty much putting 5 guards/forwards on the floor the entire game. No one really that Mike Eamon can match up with, and I think that that's why Andre Hyatt is having so much success offensively. Eamon not comfortable stepping out on that three-point line for Ortho-New Jersey, and it's just been such a mismatch, and Andre Hyatt has been able to capitalize and has been pivotal in this run to give Larson Ford the late lead. Just curious to see now if they can close it out and get revenge after falling to them last year in the semifinals.
Definitely, and this has been a great night, and you could see the gym is just filled up with people. As you could see, we'll show you guys a shot, and there you go. To the left, to the right of us, it's full of people. To the left of us, it's full of people.
What's going on?
There we are. And then you could see people file in or all around the gym. It's been one heck of a opening night, and we're not even done with the first game yet. As Josh Pierre-Louis has it up top. Jab step, long 2, doesn't get it. Rebound through a crowd of people. Hyatt had it for a second, and Eamon took it back.
You could see a lot of red in these stands. I feel like there's a lot of Rutgers fans here to see Hyatt. And then obviously some Rutgers representation in the next game. Geo Baker expected to suit up. Saw Jordan Durkak walk in, the new Scarlet Knight, after transferring in from Merrimack.
As Pappas the 3, then Manny Warren answers with a layup, and then Pappas has a chance to tie it after that layup and one with 4:13 to play.
This might really come down to the last possession. Just absolutely back and forth so far.
It's been one heck of a game, and you're right. Whoever has the ball last might be who gets it. We're in a TV timeout right now, but we'll stay right here and continue the coverage. Something that you didn't hear last year, and that we have tonight at least, music at timeouts. I like it. I don't know how you feel about it. But
oh, I like it too.
I'm
getting hyped up right now. A little Katy Perry never hurt anyone.
Definitely. As Larson going with.
See the little girls dancing over there to Katy Perry. Love it.
It's always nice when you have a gym full of people, and the atmosphere is probably a good 300, 400 people in here tonight. It's made the game fun. You have a bigger atmosphere. You could hear like an actual crowd. You feel like you're at a real Pro-Am league as Pappas is directing to his teammates what he wants them to do. Still no Nate Pierre-Louis, giving him a little bit of a rest, is head coach. Is Larson's head coach. And Pappas ties it at 100. 4:13 to play.
We'll probably see Nate come back in within the next couple dead balls or so.
As he goes right next to Larson's head coaches. Josh Pierre-Louis to the rim, didn't get it. And the rebound went off Amon. Hyatt was fighting down there with him for it. Josh has looked impressive tonight.
The athleticism is very clear with Josh Pierre-Louis. In transition, just such a dangerous player.
And Callaway stepped out. And with 3:55 to go, it'll be Ortho-NJ's possession. 100-100. Here's Louis Polari. He's going to give to Pappas. Here's Polari, right wing three. Missed it on an air ball. Mensah gets the rebound, throws it out, and what a save by Josh Pierre-Louis. Callaway downtown, missed it. And then Mensah's going to have an easy layup. He's going to, as he was hanging back, cherry picking done by Ortho-NJ perfectly. 102-100. Here's Manny Warren. Gives Callaway corner three, in and out. Pappas. Approaching 3 to play. Here's Polari. Along the baseline, lays it up and in. Ortho-NJ now up by 4, and it looks like the run is coming for them.
Although he hasn't scored much tonight, we've seen George Pappas do a great job of facilitating for his teammates. A lot more so than we saw last year. But Pappas doing a great job of being a playmaker for this Ortho-New Jersey team.
Had 7 assists going into the 4th. As a turnover there, a charge goes against Larson. And still no sign of Nate Pierre-Louis. Manny Warren getting a little bit of an extended look here.
Interesting decision not to have Pierre-Louis in at crunch time. Maybe he tweaked something.
As Mosley,
but down 6 with 2:40 to go, you'd think he'd be in this game.
Mosley gets the second. And Hyatt 3, didn't get it, rattled out. Pappas the rebound. He's done everything tonight. And with 2:28 to play, time starting to run thin for Larson Ford. Amon lays it in. And the lead's up to 8. Still no Nate Pierre-Louis.
That one might have been the dagger here. Officially a 3-possession game.
And Josh Pierre-Louis didn't get the shot but was fouled. And I'm wondering, there's Mensah picks up the foul. Timeout by Ortho-NJ, and I wonder if there's going to be a different look for Larson Ford after this timeout.
With 2 minutes left to play, still a lot of time. 3 possessions, obviously not ideal, but your concern doesn't have to be a 3. It more so has to be getting a stop on the defensive end and getting a bucket on the other end. So if you see Ortho New Jersey playing almost the lazy defense, no three sort of mentality, I think it's very important that you take what they give you and do your best to stay in this game any way you can, not just forcing threes, which could put you in an even deeper hole.
I mean, you're down 2, or you're down 8 with 2 minutes left, plenty of time. The good thing about this possession as Pierre-Louis gets ready to check back in is that no time will come off the clock with these 2 free throw attempts. So if he makes both of them, as he makes the first, if Josh Pierre-Louis makes both of them, now you're down 6 with 2:10 to play, and that's very manageable. As Justin Robinson just walked in to the building, perennial scoring champ for the JSBL, and what would you know, Josh Pierre-Louis makes them both, and his brother Nate still not out there. Looked like he was getting ready to check back in, didn't. Here's Pappas. Getting guarded by Manny Warren. Pappas stops, spins, throws to the corner for Polari, almost threw it over his head. 8 to shoot. Polari drives, puts one up, doesn't get it. Rebound, Mensah. Mensah has it. Shot clock resets to 14, now 10 to shoot.
That's a huge rebound there from Denzel Mensah, who's been tremendous for Ortho all night. Gives them another possession.
And Callaway steals it. Here's Josh Pierre-Louis, lays it in, the lead's down to 4, 90 seconds to go. And Mosley was taking his time. Pierre-Louis pestering Pappas, and then bumped him. I tell you what, that was some gamesmanship by Jagan Mosley. And Larson Ford calls a timeout. And we've asked this question the past couple of timeouts. Is this the time where you get Nate Pierre-Louis back in, down 4 with under 80 seconds to play?
Well, the thing is, down 4, you need to stop. And Pierre-Louis, even professionally known for his defense, one of the best defenders, in the entire G League when he played in the G League for the Lakers. However, not the best three-point shooter, down 4. But when you need a bucket, you go to Nate Pierre-Louis.
And he's out there. Larson over the limit, so Pappas will now shoot 2.
It'll be a great free throw shooter as well, worth noting.
It'll be 2 free throws the rest of the way. Pappas is first and second free throws of the night, and he's 1 for 1 in his first.
Need a shot within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock if you're Larson here.
Here's Callaway. Callaway could be a threat from downtown. He's going to give to Josh Pierre-Louis. Pierre-Louis lost it for a second, gives up top. Hyatt tries a 3, knocked down by Amon. No foul, shot doesn't go. A minute to play. Long pass to Amon. An exclamation point on what could be a solid opening night win for Ortho-NJ. Still time left. Callaway 3, got it. And hold that. 112-107.
Interesting that he's not fouling here. Down 5.
You can afford to make a stop here. You don't have to foul right away, and you wouldn't foul George anyway. Mosley, long 3, exclamation point. Jagan Mosley. His second long 3 of the night, and caps off an opening night win for Ortho-NJ. As Pierre-Louis answers, couldn't get that one to fall, and Ortho-NJ can just dribble it out and pick up an opening night win.
Yeah, it's a statement win for Ortho, New Jersey. As Larson Ford was one of the most talked about teams of the offseason, added a lot of good talent. Hyatt being one of them, who made a huge impact in this first game, but not enough to propel them to victory. especially with only 7 guys. That's a very impressive win over a very talented Larson Ford team.
And Ortho-NJ, we've talked about all the other teams, but Ortho-NJ saying tonight, just don't close the book on us yet. Big win for them. They start 1-0. Larson Ford falls to 0-1. But these two teams very evenly matched, and if they match up again, could be a different story.
It'll be very interesting to see what Ortho can do going forward, because they were missing a very good few guys. They were missing Andrew Hurley, who obviously just won a national championship with UConn. A walk-on obviously didn't play too much, but when you're on a national championship team under the coach of the year, you've obviously got some talent. Missing Brendan Barry as well, an all-Ivy League player who could score at will. Marcus Burton, who was looking to make his JSBL debut, earned first-team All-NEC honors, who was a college teammate of Mike Amon. They have a lot of guys that, when they are at full strength, that can make an impact, that, like you said, could maybe give Stearns a run for their money.
Definitely, and we'll have Mike Amon coming over to do an interview. We haven't seen the final stat line on that, but another big night for him. We got to get ourselves an extra headset. We'll be right back here on the stream.
What's going on, everyone? My name is David Smith, joined alongside Wagner alum Mike Amon after Ortho, New Jersey's big win over Larson Ford. Big statement in the rematch of the semis from last year. Same result, Mike. Great game. Over 30 points, 17 rebounds. The walking double-double, as everybody likes to say in this league. What was the key for you guys to be able to slow down a very talented Larson Ford team who added more pieces this year?
I mean, they're guard-oriented, so that helped a lot. They really didn't have a true big, and my guys just trusted me. They gave me the ball in the right spot, on the seals, on the pin downs, the duck-ins. They were just feeding me the ball. They trusted me, and I just went to work.
Yeah, like you said, with the seals and the pin downs, being in the right place at the right time, that is your game. Didn't have Shadid Muhammad, who was the leading shot blocker in the league last year. Andre Hyatt, obviously a very good defender, was all defensive in the Big Ten at Rutgers, but does not really have the weight. Was the game plan going into the game to get you the ball, since they really didn't have someone to match up with you?
I mean, we talked about it. I mean, we're very talented from top to bottom, so even if I wasn't getting the ball, the guards would have just went to work. I mean, we got very good guards. All of them play pro. So, I mean, but they fed it to me. They saw me have a rhythm early. They trusted me, and I just got under a flow.
So you and George Pappas have played for a little bit now, obviously, on this Ortho team. This year, tonight, played really more of a facilitating role. Last year, was more of the scorer, the three-point line, but had over 10 assists today and was the primary ball handler for you guys. What did he do tonight to be able to help you guys seal this victory?
I mean, George is my guy. His shot was a little off today, but he's such a skilled player that even if he's not making shots, he can impact the game in so many different ways. Like you said, over 10 assists. So even if shots aren't going in, he still plays basketball the right way.
Mike, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you guys tomorrow. Sounds good.
8:30 tomorrow.
Who are you guys playing tomorrow?
I have no idea. My I think the ice.